Hi and welcome to this week's Tuesday tip from Emer at Stampin' Colour. I wanted to show you our full range of glues that we carry. Sometimes you can look at the range that we have and think, well, which one should I pick? Which one is good for what job? And that's what I hope to show you today. A lot of it really is down to personal preference. Some glues work for this exactly the same thing really, and you may prefer one over the other just because that's the style of glue that you're used to, or just that you like working with. So we have various glues. We have a liquid glue, Tombow, multi-purpose. I must say this is probably my favourite. I use this, I would say, more than any other. We also have a fine tip glue pen, which is another liquid glue with a, as you can see, a very fine tip, so that's really good for applying embellishments. And it has this great little needle, if I can get it back in, which keeps the tip from clogging up. We have Snail, which is probably the most convenient glue really. It's a tape runner glue. The only thing with this, the Tombow gives you a little bit of wiggle room when you're putting something together, whereas Snail fixes pretty quickly, though you can huff on it if you're quick to separate your layers again. We have two fairly similar items here. We have Fast Fuse and we have Tear and Tape. Pretty much the same item. One is in a tape format that you can tear very easily, and the other is in a tape runner style, similar to the Snail, very sticky, but obviously with the Fast Fuse it's on a runner. And then we have Stampin' Dimensionals, which are little hexagonal shapes, and the dimensional strips, which are long strips and can be used in any sort of a shape. So you can use them for shaker cards, etc. So I'm going to show you one project this week, and if you pop back for next week's Tuesday tip, I'll show you another project that will be using the various... Oh, I've got one more I forgot. How can I forget that? Glue dots. Little mini glue dots. These are also extremely useful for embellishments. So if you can see, they come in a roll, little glue dots. You can put your embellishment down on top of the glue dot, take it away. The glue dot will remain stuck to that, and you can place it where you like. Or you can lift it up with your paper snips or a piercing tool, and again, place it where you like. So here's our card with the various elements that we are going to use to make it. I have a base of Night of Navy. I have a first layer of Whisper White measuring, I think I've done 13.9 millimeters by 97 millimeters, and then I have done a next layer of 13.7 layers by 9.4. Did I just say layers? For goodness sake. I'm in centimeters, not layers. So I am going to attach these two together first. Now you have a choice really. You could use, actually quite a few, you could use Tear and Tape, you could use Fast Fuse, you could use Snail, or you could use Tombow. I'm going to use Snail. Snail is just really for convenience, to be honest, is my main reason for using Snail. It's quick and easy to apply. You do have to be pretty accurate with your placement, but I have found, ask me how, I have found if you huff on it very, very quickly, you can huff together and slowly pull it apart. If you're quick, if you realise quickly you've made a mistake. I'm using the silicone craft sheet when I'm applying my adhesive, as this can be quite good if you're going close to the edge. Also, just the dark background makes it easier to see where I am placing my DSP when it's dark colour on white. So there we go. Then I am going to attach, which I haven't on my original, but I'm going to in this one, I'm going to attach some twine. So I'm going to go, whoops, one side, middle, and into middle again. I'm going to tie a little bow here and just rub that around to secure it. Make sure that it meets in the middle. Then I'm going to just play with that a little bit. And what you can do is just to have that sitting exactly where I want it. I'm going to, actually I should go that one for that one. Excuse me as I play with my twine. I'm going to take the glue dots, which are here. Just take my paper piercing tool and pick one up, roll it over slightly, pick it up, and just put it underneath. And that means that my bow is just a little bit more secure. I could have just wrapped the twine around, tied a bow by itself and stuck the bow on top with a glue dot, which may be easier for people who find bows a little tricky. Okay, so now that that's done, I can now attach this to my card base of Night of Navy. Again, I can use snail. I prefer, personally, to use Tombow. I also find it's a little stronger, especially if you're doing multi-layer cards. I'm really almost at the end of this one. Now with Tombow, it's a very strong adhesive, but you also have the luxury of a little wiggle room. Once it's set, it really has set, but you just have a few seconds to slide it exactly where you want it. And it dries clear as well, which is quite handy when you spill a little bit in the corner like that. So next up, what I'm going to do is attach my two happy birthdays together. So I am putting the white on top, the Whisper White layer on top of the Night of Navy, and I'm just going to slide them over a little bit just to give a shadow behind, and then I'm going to pop them up. So this is where really the silicone craft mat is very useful. So I'm going to take my Whisper White layer first. I could use the Tombow again, but this time I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen just for a little extra precision. And you don't need to put it everywhere because again this is pretty strong as well. So I'm just going to dot it along. Various places, and I think that's probably, where am I missing? A little bit up there maybe. And one of the main reasons I'm doing this is I want to raise it up, but the the letters are quite thin, but if I make them thicker by creating the shadow effect, I will be able to use the dimensional strips behind. So that just gives me enough of a kind of a ghost layer. I can slide that across a little bit, but I think you can see that. And then what I can do is take the dimensional strips, which come foam strips, long strips like this. The packet I have open already, and I can just chop off a bit and use it along the back here, and it's thick enough. Just chop this a little bit more, that you won't be able to see it on the back. So I'm going to keep going with that. Again, you don't need to do it everywhere, but just dot it here and there on the straight letters to give the lettering enough support. So here's one I've done earlier. So I've chopped up little bits and pieces of the dimensional strips just to give it some support, and I'm going to take off the backing. Okay, so I have peeled off all the backing and I'm now left with this, which I'm just going to move that one into position a bit more. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card. And there you go. It's raised up, little shadow effect. And I just mainly wanted to show you how to use some of our glues. So we've used Tombow, we've used some glue dots, we have used the dimensional strips, and what else did we use? We used snail. Now probably I would have you, we used the fine tip glue pen as well. For all of these, I probably, to be quite honest with you, could have used just these. The dimensionals, the normal dimensionals that we sell, the hexagonals, whilst of course you could use them and cut them up, it's much easier just to have the strips. Tombow is great even on DSP. You just have to be careful not to use quite so much. Some people are a bit glue happy and use a lot of Tombow, and it can dampen your paper almost. So as long as you're not too heavy-handed with the Tombow is fine. You could even dab, if you're quite dexterous, dab a little bit under there to hold the glue, or to hold the bow in place. I prefer to use glue dots, but this was just to show you really the various instances where you can use our glue. So if you pop back next week, I will have a project for you using some of the other adhesives that we sell. Okay, hope you enjoyed that and hope you like the new die. I'm very fond of it, can't wait to make some more projects with it. It's available for you on June the 1st when our 2017-2018 catalogue launches. Until then, okay, thanks for watching, bye.